What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Skylar Thompson from our game against the Texans. This is about Skylar Thompson, but it's also a little bit of an opportunity for me to talk about Mike McDaniel, this offense, and Tua, because seeing this offense through the lens of another quarterback really helps. And yes, he did come in cold and rusty, and that is going to be some of my points about Mike McDaniel. We'll get into that in a moment. So let's go ahead and get going. Start off in the shotgun. Get Gesicki in motion. Get him a pretty easy-ish throw to Cedric Wilson. I do like that. Your quarterback is coming in cold. You're going to want to kind of get him in rhythm. But you don't want to just do it with the one throw. You want to really help him out. And especially because our offensive line was really bad at this point because Teron Armstead was out. I believe Austin Jackson was already out at this point. We were trying to get rid of the ball quickly, and that's already the style of our offense. We don't really let our quarterbacks, survey the whole field often. Sometimes we let Tua do it, but most of the time, Mike McDaniel designs plays where he knows where the right read is right away, and he just has to make a really accurate throw. And Skylar Thompson does have the accuracy to do it, but he is coming in cold. That's why I would have rather give him some easier throws. Like, that's a pretty difficult throw to have to make 2 throws in. And this is after after the drive where, there was the fumble because of the missed snap. I'll cover that in another video. I'm just kind of strictly looking at Skylar Thompson here. Yes, he could have gone to the running back here, but again, that's not really what our offense is. And Tua probably would have hit that. But again, he's coming in cold. He hasn't played meaningful snaps since that Jets game. Yes, he did come in at the end of the Browns game, but it wasn't enough to really, get a feel for anything. So I would have rather, let's take a look at the formation here. We've got a single high safety. He's following Cedric Wilson, so this is man coverage. I would love a crossing route or an easy out route, something like that. Something that lets Skylar get the ball out of his hands quickly and make it a very easy throw for him to convert. Just continue getting him into rhythm. But instead, we're making him make these really difficult throws. And yes, Tua makes these throws all the time, but we're talking about a rookie quarterback, 7th-round quarterback, coming in completely cold. And I do think Skylar is a good quarterback, and this is a throw he could have made. And this is where the difference between Skylar and Tua is. And same goes for Teddy. They're not making these throws. Skylar has the physical ability to do it. He has the mobility. He has the arm. But he's just not seeing that fast enough. He does eventually make that decision, but this ball should have been out sooner. Was a little inaccurate, too, because he was throwing on the move. But again, he's going in cold and having to make throws like that. All right, this one. But you can, if you look at Skylar Thompson's helmet, he never looks at any other receivers besides the one he's throwing to. He has, is that Mike Gesicki? Yes. He has Mike Gesicki wide open there in the flat. This is a very easy decision. But he's just missing it. But again, don't make him make these difficult reads right away. You can warm yourself up to that because I think Skylar is capable of making these decisions. He is a decent quarterback. But again, make it easy for him. They're giving us space. Cool. Let's do a crossing route. Let's do a slant. They're giving you room. They're not jamming you up. This is 2 deep safeties, which means the middle of the field is the area you want to attack because there's nobody here. Make it easy for him. And then you can warm up the throws like this. And we were already up 30-0 when Skylar came into the game. You don't have to do too much. All you have to do is just let your offense work. You don't have to push the ball that heavy. Just get some easy throws, keep the ball in bounds. And I don't know why we were bombing it downfield here. Again, we're trying to run out the clock. Why are you making these big play attempts. Is it all he could have done? No, he has a running back here. This is a smarter decision as well. He's completely beaten this guy. So Skylar doesn't make the best decision, but the play call isn't great either. And I realize that Mike McDaniel is a rookie head coach and a rookie play caller. And for the most part, I've really liked what I've seen from him, even though, you know, we have had some growing pains, of course. Situational awareness is something that he really, really needs to improve on. We've had multiple instances of, 2-minute drill situations not being handled right, clock management. And even here, like I said, when Skylar comes in, when we pull Tua out, we're up 30-0. The main objective is to keep the ball and keep the clock moving. But you're giving Skylar Thompson, this rookie quarterback who's coming in cold and rusty, you're giving him these difficult throws to make. And yes, Skylar needs to play better. But also, I think, as a coaching staff, we need to realize that this isn't Tua Tagovailoa, who's used to playing with this offense, who's hot, who's practiced with the starters all week. This is not the same situation. The situation has changed. And like I said, we're just trying to close out the game. We don't need to do a whole lot. And I understand the running game wasn't working that well, so we weren't having that much success in that regard. But you can keep the clock running while throwing the ball. Like I said, crossing routes, screens. Like we should have seen a screen with either Hill or Waddle. And if they trust Cedric Wilson that much to be a return man, then a screen should be no problem for him. Even though I think it's weird that we do that, but whatever. All right, we're going to get Sherfield in motion. That's where he should have gone. Could have got it to the running back. He's just going to scramble here. Nobody open. Okay, this one I'm okay with him scrambling. He could have probably gotten Gesicki there. But alright. Just kind of get him on the move. At this point, he needs to throw this away. He ends up taking a sack for no reason at all. You don't need to necessarily throw it out of bounds. Well, actually, you can at this point. I know we're trying to keep the clock moving, but don't take an unnecessary sack there. We have to play field position at some point. That's on Skylar. That's a miscommunication. Or an inaccurate throw. I'm not sure. Either way, this is the read. If he gets it out soon enough. But like I said, that's all of Skylar's plays. I know it's not much to go on. And this wasn't just purely about Skylar, like I said. Yes, we are analyzing what he needs to do better on. His pre- and post-snap reads do need to improve. We've seen that in previous games from him. But he does have a good arm, and he does have some ability to him. But like I've said, Mike McDaniel really does need to get better with situational awareness. Like, you're going in, again, with a rookie quarterback, cold, in the fourth quarter, and you're up by 30. You don't need him to do too much. You don't need him to make these super difficult throws when he's barely even warmed up. All you need to do is keep the clock moving. That's all you got to do. Just run out the clock. So give him some easy, screens, slants, crossing routes, just shit that's super easy for him to convert. The curl route to the outside wasn't too bad to start him with, but keep that going. And if you get him in rhythm, then you can start making some more difficult throws, but you don't need to in this situation. These are just the things that he needs to be able to grow from as a play caller and as a head coach. And I'm sure that he will. But, anyway. That's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.